When people hate on me, they don't say, you trans, they say you faggot. And that it's, so by fixing the lesbian, gay, and bi issues, I think I'm also fixing the issues legally and societally that affect me. A lot of trans people can blend in the heterosexual community, so it might be easy to fade out sometimes, but I feel like it's important to join in and see it as a group issue.
I think it's really important to differentiate between transgender, transsexual, cross-dresser. A lot of people are very confused about what this all means.
A lot of people disagree with this, but sort of a Crib Notes version. Transsexual usually refers to somebody who's taken a lot of medical steps to sort of align their body with their gender identity.
Donnie Collins' insurance company said it would not pay for his female-to-male gender confirmation surgery.
I cried in front of an H&M in the middle of the street.
So his fraternity brothers started a fundraising campaign to help him pay for it.
Transgender can be like an umbrella term that's anybody crossing gender lines.
This is Jenna Telekova, a 6'1" beauty from Vancouver, also the first transgendered contestant to ever compete in the Miss Universe Canada pageant.
And then there are things like cross-dressing, which is a paraphilia, where people get sexual arousal from, adopting the clothing or accoutrement of the opposite gender.
I run a very large lesbian organization in addition to filmmaking, and it's like huge. So lesbians from all over come, and we do cultural and social events and travel, whatever. And a lot of trans women join us who identify as lesbian. And I have had so many lesbian friends ask me, well, if they like women, why did they bother transitioning, And I'm like, don't you, we have to be educated within our own community to really, what Calpernia said, it is two separate issues. Who you love and who you identify as, it's two completely different things.
I mean, it's incredible. You can just ask anyone to put themselves in the shoes of someone who doesn't feel like they were born the right gender. I mean,
Yes.
I'm very, very, very feminine. And if I were born a male, I don't know how I would handle it. I would feel trapped in my own body, and that's what these individuals are feeling.
So, the trans issue, I actually think this is one place where the gay community could be much better to itself. For example, all the time there's this idea that you're bi now, gay later. You know what I mean? That a lot of gay guys don't think that bisexuality exists. Except who am I to tell you how you feel? You know what I mean? I want you to respect how I feel. So I would, it's a two-way street basically. So I think we have to be aware that it's still a learning curve. You know what I mean? If we're still struggling to say that bi people exist, well, that in a way is a lot more simple to accept than trans, which brings up a whole series of other issues.
And sexuality is very complex, and then you bring, the trans community into it, and a lot of people are intimidated by it, they're scared by it. And so I guess my next question has to do with education. Anytime you mention talking about sexuality within our schools, people freak the hell out.
Let's not confuse our kids. Protect marriage by protecting the real meaning of marriage. Only between a man and a woman. Vote yes on Proposition 8.
It's completely bonkers that if you were to teach about gay people, that you would turn people gay. I mean, this is actually, it's completely insane. I just don't understand. Are straight people hanging on to straightness? You're straight. Are you hanging on to your straightness by such a tenuous thread that at the end of this conversation, you're going to be like, I kind of want to do it with a chick? I don't think so.
I think with straight young people, though, the acceptance of gay people is so much more prevalent. It doesn't mean it's easier for all young people to come out, but definitely I think young people, they may not teach it in the school, but they're learning it and they have friends that are gay, and I just see a lot of acceptance with young straight people, much more than I ever experienced.